Good morning. Hello everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'll be giving you a prediction reading for the 18th of December. So I'll close my eyes, we'll get started and we'll see what comes up. God, they're giving me a song straight up. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. So I'm getting this song of everybody joining arm in arm. This is little people and peasants. And we're all singing this glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. Is that what the song is? But I'm getting something about heading into 2023. The truth is going to be marching on. I don't know if that's the words of the song, but that's what I'm getting, guys. Anyway, there's this coming together, glory, glory, hallelujah. And I'm just getting that feeling of that sense of relief, a sense of knowing, a sense of pride. That's the tune that I'm getting for today. Glory, 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 hallelujah, meaning yay. So fingers crossed, we're heading into this year with a big shift and a big awakening that's about to happen. Let's see where else we go. People are finding their courage, they're standing up now, they're striking back. This is their form of protesting. I always say strikes are a good form of protesting because it's a safe way for people to feel that they can have their voice and be heard. So I am getting global strikes. This is being reignited in people, that passion for their future moving forward. They want to save their lives. They don't want to be discouraged and taken down to nothing because they know that's happening. So I'm getting this, the fight backs begin. The fight backs begin. And I keep saying it'll be the end of January. This is going to really start to take off, which it will. And this is globally. Let's see where else we go today. God, they're just giving me people crying out for their old lives back. This is the Sleepwalkers. They're wanting their old lives back because they know that this is all being controlled now and it's all being served out to them and they're being told what to do. And I'm getting again, we're getting that song by Madonna, Don't Cry For Me, Argentina, meaning they have to turn their back on their government and their... It's nuts, isn't it? But that's what I'm getting for these people in their bubble denial suits, I always call them. They've been zipped up for too long in their bubble denial suits and they're having to virtually turn their back on their own country and save themselves. And that's what we had to do many, many years ago. We had to get out of that narrative and go over here to Terra Bella, and which we call our beautiful earth, and manage to save ourselves. I've actually shared as well, guys, on my Facebook, Chrissy Fitzgerald, Psychic Life Coach, on my Facebook page, a great video by Eckhart Tolle around the dark night of the soul, which is about these soul breakdowns and the things that a lot of us have been through. Well, now these people, the sleepwalkers, are having to go through theirs because they realise their lives aren't coming back. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm always sneezing with spring. Oh God, sorry. The sun's trying to come through today, but we've still got grey skies and jumpers on. Let's see where else we go today. So when I'm getting that Madonna song, it's the emotions. It's not necessarily that they're turning their back on their country. That's the significance of the song. It's that they're turning their back on what's happening to their country and they're having to move away from that narrative now. They realise that. That's what the message is with that Madonna song, Don't Cry For Me, Argentina. They're having to turn their back on their own country because they don't want this. It's so frustrating, isn't it, guys? Anyway, sorry, I'm going to have to blow my nose. Oh my God, spring, it ain't good. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see where else we go today. Gosh, I'm getting London Bridge. We often get England. The traffic's flowing across London Bridge now. Now, we've had a bit of bridge building in the past year with everything going on over there. Now you've got Sushi, who's making everything stabilised, and it's causing the traffic to flow very well in London. and this is England too and surrounding areas, but I am getting there's much better flow happening now. There's a lot of things. We know there's also a lot of things steamrolling over the little people and rolling out, of course, to do with the agenda. We know that's not even being hidden anymore, but we know it's full steam ahead. There's this flow now that you've got back in your country. I did say he was going to put you on the political map, which he is, but also you're still going to get these rises against government. So it's kind of a good thing, because if you think about the flow, it forces people also to wake up because they see it with their own eyes. So I am getting still this standing up, and these are the things that cause the shift. You know, you might get things rolling out and the steamrolling of the agenda pouring out to the little people, but it doesn't mean they're just going to stand there and take it either. So we have got the bridge kind of flowing at the moment with everything, as we know. Sushi's going to be rolling everything out, but the little people are going to strike back. It's showing me like a bowling ball rolling over the bridge and knocking over some of the skittles, which is the government leaders at the end, because they don't like what's happening. So I'm getting that for London. People are still going to stand up in London. Maybe end of January, these things are going to happen. They are. There's going to be like sort of riots. It could get quite vocal over there too. Not full blown, but you know, they might, just saying, need the riot squad if things get a little out of hand over there in London. It's quite probable, and this probably be globally too, but I'm definitely getting London. Hang on a minute. I'm getting America. I'm getting in America, there's this rising of the parliament. They're showing me in parliament in America, people standing on their feet. They're rising. People are standing on their feet. Hang on a minute. It's saying like, unfortunately, these are all plebs of Biden's. It's like all hail Biden. They all look up to Biden with this great respect. Oh my God, what is wrong with these people? But I am getting that. He has a lot of support within his own government. Despite what the guides are saying is all the red flags that they're being given, they still worship the ground he walks on. This is his people who work for him. Hang on a minute. But the guides are saying like that's only in his little circle of security. He's only got support from his little circle of security. He hasn't got the outside support now. He hasn't got support of the people waking up. We know why. Lies and deception, just to name a few reasons. So I am getting that. He doesn't have the people's support. He has his own government support, but he doesn't have the people's support now. So I would say he doesn't have the majority. I don't think he ever had the majority, to be honest. When you're manipulating everything, you know, it kind of means you've got to manipulate everything to succeed. And now that sort of narrative is all falling apart. I am seeing that it's the House of Cards. They're showing me the House of Cards is crumbling for the poor Biden administration. That would be very sad, wouldn't it, to see the House of Cards coming down around this. So I am getting that for America. I'm getting America, the fightbacks begin. People aren't going to tolerate this. This is not only you guys watching my channel, but it's the Sleepwalkers as well. People aren't going to tolerate it. They're showing me in America as well. I talked about it the other day. The bubble denial suits. Where did I talk about that? I talk about so many things, guys. You have to forgive me. In America, they're zipping down the bubble denial suits. I think we were talking about anxiety and things, weren't we? And they're rolling their bubble denial suits down sort of halfway so that they can cool down and try and improve their life. This is the Sleepwalkers in America. They're starting to see things for what they are. Oh my God, I wish I'd hurry up. So I feel like this is when things are going to start to hit hard against the government. The strike backs, the fight backs. They're even showing me like the labeling of people is getting out of control now. And I would say, to be honest, this isn't the labeling around the LGBTQs and all that. That's not what the guides are saying. The guides are saying about the misinformation, conspiracy theorists, terrorists, as we're now being labelled. That's all going to be caught out, because I feel like a lot of this is going to get exposed. It could be the Twitter files continuing. Fingers crossed it is. But these people are going to start seeing a lot of this now. And what a mess this whole past 3 years has been. This is in America. What a mess this has been. And I do love that Trump video. It's so great, isn't it, guys? Calling out the BS. I love it. I hope him and Elon get together and just keep pouring heaps of hidden truths out. So I am getting that for the Sleepwalkers. They're starting to, you know, kind of get their courage up to stand against government. Let's see where else we go. Oh my God. They're showing me this picture of Abraham Lincoln, was it? And this big chair. There's this picture of Abraham Lincoln on this big chair with the, you know, the arms like this on this great big chair. And then, oh my God. And they're showing me a picture of Biden like next to him on the chair, but he's in this tiny little miniature like doll's house chair, and he's like this tiny little elf sitting next to this great big leader Lincoln. And it's just showing the extreme. This is what the guides are saying. I know all the presidents aren't perfect, I get it, but it's just a visual image that the guides are giving me at the moment, where they're showing that Biden has been this very insignificant leader. He's very small on the scale of leaders. It's almost showing me like all the leaders like coming right down in their chairs. Like you've got, you know, all these leaders, JFK, Reagan, everybody in their chairs. And that down at the very bottom is this tiny little chair with Biden on it. It's crazy. It's like a doll's house size chair. And this is what the guys are saying. The impact he's had has been very insignificant in the scheme of all the presidents in the past. He's made like zero impact, and this is probably on the people, but it's that, you know, he's right down in the pecking order of, well, I guess you could say popularity, but also relevance. You know, he's not a person who's left a huge amount of impact. God, look at us here. All we talk about is his cognitive decline and how he's making decisions about your beautiful country over there, world decisions, and he's not even in the right frame of mind. Well, we know he's pretty much not making the decisions, but it's showing me him on this tiny little chair. That's how it's showing me. It's crazy, isn't it? They keep getting visions. I've got this little chair ornament. I'm actually going to go and get it, because I think it'll just highlight to you guys what the guides are trying to explain. I'll be 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Stay there and wait for me. Okay, I'm back. So this is basically the chair, a doll's house size chair that Biden is sitting on. And just to be funny, these are just my home decorations. I have a cottage, guys, so I have all sorts of strange decorations. But they're saying he almost needs to be in this chair, the rocking chair now. Like it's time. Like this was what he was sitting on, and now he's kind of in the rocking chair. But that's what I'm getting for Biden. He's not got a great position of authority in his in the world stage, definitely, but in the history of presidents, he's just fairly insignificant, sadly, is what I'm getting. So that's what we're getting for Biden. He's just like shrinking away into the rocking chair now. That's sad, isn't it? It's true though. Let's see where else we go today. I'm getting Australia. We get Australia sometimes. I'm just getting that a lot of human rights are being taken away from us, which we know that they are. People are going to start making a stand. They're feeling that they can sort of make a difference. They don't want what's rolling out. They're not happy about what's rolling out. They're so disappointed about the road that they're being taken on. They know that Albanese, or Elbow rather, made promises that he's not keeping, and it's making the people feel like they're very rejected in having their say. So I am getting that for Australia. People are feeling very rejected now. You know, because it's like I keep saying to you, here we are, your government's going to save you and everything around the jab wheel, and then suddenly your government is taking you down to nothing and not even helping or supporting you in any way to get through those really challenging and difficult times. Like, what even is that? So people in Australia are really starting to see the injustice, how unfair this all is, and how, yes, as we know here on my channel, your government lies to you. Why do people trust government? This is the question I know you guys out there would be asking as well. Why do people trust their government? Oh my God. We all know that, you know, our parliamentary leaders all lie, but they still put their trust in them. It's amazing, isn't it? Let me see if there's something else today. God, they're showing me New Zealand, and it's saying, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's like saying New Zealand's not flourishing at all. You're going down very quickly in the economy, and I feel like this is definitely around the farming industry, we know that, but it's also around other industries too. I feel like you're financially struggling now on all industries. Everything's being taken down very quickly. You might start to have these riots, these strikes again, not far away, probably in another month. I keep saying January is going to be a big time of things starting up when people strike back. But they're showing me like paddocks of beautiful flowers, and they're showing me New Zealand as these beautiful green hills and pastures, and I know you're very mountainous over there as well. And they're showing me all these daisies, and suddenly they're black. They've got like covered in soot, and everything's like turning this dark colour over there. And I would say that's the energy of Jacinda. But all the paddocks and things are now turning black. And I don't mean literally. I just meant there's this grey, dark, sooty energy that's coming over the land in New Zealand. And I would say it's a heavy energy. Because you're being burdened by all these things that Jacinda's trying to roll out. And it's creating this lack of colour in people's lives again. She's taking the colour. She's sucking everybody of life. That's the image I'm getting for New Zealand. Jacinda's sucking the life out of everybody. And so there's no colour and joy in people's lives. So they're going to be forced to fight back. I am getting that in New Zealand. She's a very calculative sort of person. She's very calculating in the way she does things. She's very, very clever like that, very manipulative, very controlling. The guides are saying she's the wolf in the sheep's clothing. That's what she is, and that would fit for New Zealand with all your sheep over there. She's actually the wolf. I'll see what else we get to close with today. God, they're giving me that song, Thunderbolt and Lightning, very, very frightening, Galileo. Now that's Queen, isn't it? Is that the song Trudeau? I'm getting this visual of Trudeau with him. What was that song he sang when the Queen, before the Queen's funeral? I can't remember what it was. It was a Queen song. Was that it? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm getting this connection of thunderbolt and lightning. And I'm feeling like Trudeau, as we call him here, has been hit with a thunderbolt. He's had a lightning bolt moment, Trudeau, where he's realised, it's almost like, don't tell me he's showing some empathy. That can't be so. It's showing me that he's realised what he's done to the people over there. How he's, it's like how he realises how he's destroyed his relationships with the people. He knows he tried too hard. He knows he squashed the people. He pushed them aside for his own agenda. He's actually come to a real realisation of that. I keep saying that. And I know you guys sometimes share with me your little bits and pieces about how he's coming out saying he supports the protesters in China and all this sort of stuff, but he didn't support his own protesters in Ottawa, the Ottawa truck movements. So I'm actually getting this, there's been a lightning bolt moment and a shift for Trudeau around how he's going to handle the little people. This is why I keep saying if people stand up in Canada, he's going to handle it differently. Because he needs the votes. He needs the people on his side, and he's going to have to work at earning that and getting back their trust. So he knows he's lost trust in the people. Hang on a minute, when was this lightning bolt moment? I reckon this was during the hearings. He got questioned so much, he got just sick of it. He got fed up with it. He came to that realisation that the approach he took wasn't, he didn't do it from the right place or the right angle. He knows he went too hard. I keep talking about that. He knows he went too hard. We all know he went too hard. Freezing people's bank accounts, etc. And he now knows that people don't forget those things. And I think that's the lightning bolt moment that he's had. He's realised that that's left a bad taste in people's mouth. And he just thought people would see move on and forget it and he'd have control. But it hasn't gone that way. Because whatever you guys have done in Canada, you've woken him up. Not completely. We know he's not. He's still who he is inside. But he has had moments and these epiphanies that, ooh, maybe that wasn't like the best tactic that I used because now I've got so many people offside. How do I get them back on side when I want to roll out all of this, and this? And now people don't trust me. How am I going to do this? So he's had a few epiphanies. And I'd say it's during that hearing when he got called out for, you could say, I guess, lying, which we knew he was at the time anyway, especially around the Emergencies Act. I know you guys in Canada have been probably following that pretty tightly. So he's had quite a few wake-up moments during that, and he doesn't want to go through that again. He wants people to conform. See, he wants people to follow his narrative. He wants people to look up at him as the superhero, you know. He wants to be the one in their Superman suit like Trump is. He wants to be seen as, you know, Iron Man, the hero of the world. Not happening. We see him as, oh my God. We all see him as like an elf. That's what the guides are saying. All of us, this is all of us and all the sleepwalkers probably in Canada and surrounding areas, see him as just a big elf, just a Santa's helper. Like, we don't see him as a big leader. We don't see him like that. No one sees him like that. We all just see him as some silly little elf that's just following, you know, Klaus is like Santa Claus, and he's just following the narrative, trying to be teacher's pet all the time. And that's how we see him, in like an elf costume. You know, like that movie Elf. Has anyone seen that movie Elf? Oh my God, it's so funny. That will put Trudeau's head on that, and that's what the image that we're all getting. He's just this, oh, this silly fool who keeps stuffing up. Well, that's what I'm getting for Trudeau, but he doesn't want that image anymore. He wants to be like the Iron Man of the world, like the Marvel characters that I always talk about, saving the world from its own destruction. Oh God. I'll see if there's something else to close with today. God, they're showing me this image of like, it's like the Grand Canyon, and it's like big cliffs, like big rocky outcrops and cliffs, and big chunks are falling off it. So this is letting me know that some of the narrative parts are falling down and crashing. They are. Big chunks are coming off the narrative and falling. It's not going smooth. I always say nothing just rolls out to plan. Just because it's written on paper or on a plan on a roll-out carpet doesn't mean it's all going to go perfectly, because there's always fightbacks. There's always people who don't conform. Hello, i.e. us. And these big chunks are falling off now, so I am getting that. Hang on a minute. Hang on, we're going through the jukebox, guys. Ooh, I'm getting this song. I'm getting one song by Aha, which is Take On Me. Take on me, take on me. And this is for us. We're telling government, take us on. Come on, just take us on. Take on me by Aha. Let's go listen to that song. I'm not sure what the words are. But I'm definitely getting that song today, and it's about government. Yeah, just take us on and see what happens is kind of the image that I'm getting. Hang on a minute. It's showing us, of course it's showing us in a rocket fighter plane, rocket jet fighter plane, or whatever it is. We're the Mavericks, of course, if you can picture ourselves. And there's a scene in Top Gun 2 where Maverick is racing through these, like, training through these, like, cliffs. This is showing me, like, the cliffs with the chunks falling off, and it's showing us flying through the danger zone, and we're just avoiding it all. We're just avoiding it all. And that's the image I'm going to leave you with today. I'm going to leave you with that song again. We've had it before, the Rebel Freedom Braveheart Bikers, but today we're actually flying through the danger zone, and we're avoiding all the chunks that are falling off the cliff, meaning the narrative. We're just avoiding it again, and that's the image I'm going to leave you with today. We're just going to avoid this definitely for the next month, but I'd say into 2023 we're able to navigate this like at high speed. We've got good agility now. We can see ahead at what's coming, and that's what I'm going to leave you with. We're the Mavericks flying through the danger zone, and and the guides are actually giving us another we're getting a stripe on the top of our Braveheart biker jackets. And hang on a minute, let me see what we get. And we're getting, it's got the words aerospace dynamics. Aerospace dynamics. Oh. And that's a stripe for bravery. That's what the guys are saying. That's a stripe for bravery, because we can avoid government. We stand up to government. We take off from government. And again, we're just flying through the danger zone. And that's what's coming for 2023. Keep flying through the danger zone. So go and check out those songs today. Take On Me and Danger Zone, out of the new Top Gun. It has to be the film clip out of that one, Top Gun 2. All right, I'm going to say goodbye from Australia. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Stay strong. Put your new stripe on. You've earned your stripe. And your bravery against government. And I'll say goodbye from Australia. Take care, everybody. Hit those like buttons, guys. Please subscribe if you haven't and you'd like to. And please comment down below. I'll talk to you very soon. Bye, everyone. Bye.